Great thing about being religious is this: when the evidence against you becomes overwhelming and you can see the amazing intricacies of the Big Bang and the extraordinary matter of the Hubble red light shift and the things we can now see through Mr. Hubble's telescope, and when you see the extraordinary variety of species, religion says, come to think of it, that is true. In fact, it shows that God was even more ingenious than we had thought him in the first place. Every time any new evidence comes to light, it's claimed for, well, it fits with the unoverthrowable theory that we already have. But there is no way you can take a step from the laws of physics, the observable creation of the cosmos, that leads you to the belief that there is an intervening personal God. There is no possible way, no one's even tried it, of getting from the laws of physics or biology to any such idea. So from the person who says, I'm a deist, I don't think all of this can be an accident, there must be some cosmic force, I say, I can't disprove it, though I think the cosmos functions without it, but you have all your work, sir or ma'am, still ahead of you before you can say that Jesus of Nazareth was a real person, let alone that he was the Son of God, let alone that his mother was a virgin, let alone that he was resurrected. None of these things, by the way, would prove he was the Son of God if they did happen. What is this? It's not physics, okay? It's not biology, it's not science, it's faith. Why don't you fly under your true flag, sir? Why don't you say these things must be believed as articles of faith? Don't try and derive it from science.
God has enlisted me to help in his work of bringing the universe back into order. Is that
God, well, you have a very high opinion of yourself.
Well,
I'd love to be with you the next time someone comes up to both of us and says they're hearing voices and it's God. You're going to throw your arms around him and say, you too, what luck?
Though it's put in a nice way, it's part of a phenomenon that I've always thought of as very disgusting, which is the belief of the religious which they keep expressing and have done for centuries, that surely now you're dying, your fears will overcome your reason. I hope I don't have to underline what's horrible about that. There's an element of blackmail to it. And an element also of tremendous insecurity, I think, on their part. I mean, they don't seem to feel they'd win the argument so easily with someone who was mentally and physically strong. By the way, I think they're right.
There are arguments about how best to interpret those texts, how best to interpret what it means to be a follower of Christ.
I would prefer to say that Christianity is by definition incoherent and contradictory, and thus that it allows any number of readings, and if people wish to find authority from these texts, they'll always be able to do so. But why are they bothering to raid this rubbishy text for authority in the first place? Why can't they think for themselves? What matters is not what you think, but how you think. And all the discoveries have been made, and all the enlightenment that's come to us is from the scientific and the philosophical method, not that of a priori assumptions of faith or the belief that wisdom comes from revelation. That's what I assume faith must be, is the willingness to assume what you have to prove. And to come before an educated audience and say, it's true because it's in the Bible. And I believe in the Bible because it's true. I don't think that's evidence. I don't think that's argument. But if it's faith, I suppose that's what it must be. But you just assumed and asserted what you were asked to prove.
Sure, I have faith in the Bible.
I can't have escaped your attention, can I, ladies and gentlemen? Given only faith, mountains can be moved, and millions of people who would never normally acquiesce in evil are brought to it straight away and with ease, and with self-righteousness. People always demand respect for their faith. You've noticed this happening. Why should I respect someone who makes enormous claims on no evidence? And when confronted with that fact, says, well, I don't need any evidence, I've got faith. I think extraordinary claims, such as that they know not just that there is a God, but that they know his mind, they know his instructions, they've had revealed truth from him. A claim like that demands extraordinary evidence, instead of which they say, no, how about no evidence at all, and just take me on faith? I say, why am I supposed to respect that? I don't respect it. I suspect it. Once you grant that there's been a revelation of God to some humans, sometimes, in some places, to be interpreted by a priesthood, then the next thing you will find is that you are being told what to do, what to eat, what you can read, who you can go to bed with, by someone who is no better a mammal or primate than yourself, but who claims the right to run your life and your sex life and your mind and your reading matter in the name of God. And I won't have it, okay?